It's Thursday, March 31st. Kalin here in the Weather Center. Thank you for joining me for my forecast. A lot to talk about here in the short term. Rainy and windy conditions on deck for Friday. And then the long term, there's going to be a drop in temperatures with the potential for some active weather that could include some accumulating snow. We're going to begin with a look at temperatures across the region this evening. Very warm today in the southwest of Nova Scotia, especially the Annapolis Valley, catching some extended sunny breaks. Temperatures still holding on to the mid to high teens. Temperatures were a little bit more moderate across large parts of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island and the northeast of Nova Scotia because it was cloudier and there was some wet weather moving through. Winds are up from the southwest. They're going to continue from the southwest for tonight and tomorrow, but picking up to become high and gusty for our Friday. The weather system we're dealing with is the same one that I was tracking for you yesterday. This Colorado low now over top of the Great Lakes. The circulation between that weather system and an area of high pressure way out over top of the Atlantic, helping to bring in that mild to warm air up the eastern seaboard, but a lot of moisture accompanying that. In fact, that rain is continuing this hour, will continue this evening through northern parts of New Brunswick. They could see some rainfall totals near 20 millimeters by the late evening or near midnight, with more to come on Friday. As for the rest of the region tonight, it's going to be cloudy or becoming cloudy, some fog patches developing and some showers developing across the rest of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia as we head through tonight into the early morning hours of Friday. So starting off the day on Friday across the region, it is going to be cloudy, foggy and showery, with those showers turning over to rain, accompanied by some localized downpours for Friday afternoon and Friday evening. The rain will persist, especially across Nova Scotia, through Friday evening and Friday night before it begins to clear off towards the east and northeast near and after midnight. There are some warnings out by Environment Canada related to this rain. We'll see those in a moment, but here's a look at a computer forecast model with some general rainfall totals. And generally speaking across the region, amounts of 15 to 25 millimeters expected, but could be as high as 40 millimeters through north and northwestern parts of New Brunswick, as well as the southwest of Nova Scotia. So that's where we find those rainfall warnings by Environment Canada, highlighted here in through the green. Of course, things you want to watch out for on Friday across the entire region: hydroplaning conditions on the roads, potentially some localized flooding. And remember, with the winds picking up, that rain could become wind-driven, really reducing your visibility. Speaking of those winds, there is a lace wet wind warning out for Inverness County and Cape Breton. Gusts of over 90 kilometers per hour expected to develop tomorrow afternoon and evening. General gusts in the region for tomorrow afternoon and evening in Nova Scotia. Out of the southwest, gusts of 50 to 80 kilometers per hour. 40 to 70 kilometers per hour in Prince Edward Island, 30 to 60 kilometers per hour in New Brunswick. So a day for the rain jackets tomorrow, but you might want to think about leaving the umbrella at home. Let's take a look at our low temperatures in the forecast for tonight. Low single digits in the north of New Brunswick. Some communities in the southwest away from the Bay of Fundy coastline may hold on to temperatures near 10 degrees. For Prince Edward Island tonight, low temperatures of 4 to 6 degrees in the forecast. And for Nova Scotia, low temperatures 6 to 8 degrees around Cape Breton and the northeast. Some areas, though, in the west and southwest holding on to temperatures of 10 or a little bit higher. Communities on the southwestern Atlantic coastline near 9. High temperatures in the forecast for tomorrow will be around the high single digits through the north of New Brunswick. Other parts of the province in the low to mid-teens. Prince Edward Island with some double-digit high temperatures expected, 11 to 13 degrees for most areas. Parts of the coastline, though, could hold steady near 9. And across Nova Scotia for tomorrow, high temperatures of 10 to 16 degrees. Now, it is an active weather pattern over the next several days, so I've put together a little bit of a long-range outlook for us. First of all, the colors on this map, that's indicating the general nature of the temperatures of the air that's going to be around us. Milder temperatures in through the greens into the yellows, cooler temperatures in through the darker blues, and colder air in through the brighter blues. So here's our first system, the one that we're dealing with for tonight and for tomorrow, mostly a rainy and windy one for us. Now for the weekend on Saturday, cooler air does start to work its way in, first into the province of New Brunswick, and that means with the next system coming in New Brunswick on Saturday, late day flurries are expected. For Prince Edward Island, though, for the afternoon and evening, it's going to be showers developing and rain Saturday afternoon and evening for Nova Scotia. As that cooler air arrives, though, for Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia, Saturday night into Sunday, both of those provinces looking at a mixture of showers and flurries to end the weekend, maybe a few more scattered flurries for New Brunswick. And the really cold air comes in behind that low pressure system, and that's going to happen Sunday night into Monday. Unseasonably cold temperatures, several degrees below normal for this time of the year, especially during the overnights and the early mornings. And that cold air lingers throughout the start of next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. At the same time on Tuesday, there's another low pressure system that's expected to move out of the northeastern United States and track past the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia. Moisture may wrap around that low and back into that colder air, producing the potential for a heavier snowfall event for Nova Scotia, with bands of snow likely to wrap back into parts of Prince Edward Island and potentially southern parts of New Brunswick. Now, this is a very long-range forecast that we're looking at, and the reality of the situation is, with these long-range forecast models, there's going to be a fair degree of uncertainty this far out. But Tuesday does have the potential to be an active weather day. It's a day you want to keep on top of in your forecast as we head into and through the weekend. If you're looking at some snowfall amounts for Tuesday, though, and I know they're going to show up on various different weather sources, just be aware that you are likely to see changes and updates in those amounts this far out. I mean, with weather systems like this, I've seen them do everything from hold further out into the Atlantic, keeping most of the precipitation away from the Maritimes, to tracking up through the Bay of Fundy, which would produce a mixed precipitation event for Nova Scotia and potentially bring some higher snowfall amounts across Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick. So let's take a look at our 7-day outlooks moving forward. Beginning in New Brunswick, where it is going to be a soggy, somewhat gusty day for tomorrow. On Saturday, late day flurries developing. Could be some local accumulations of 2 to 5 centimeters. Look at the temperature drop during the night. Sunday night into Monday and Monday night into Tuesday, with the potential of some of that snow reaching New Brunswick on that day. It's going to be followed by mostly sunny conditions next Wednesday. For Prince Edward Island, it's a rainy and gusty day for tomorrow. And then on Saturday, showers redevelop for the afternoon and evening, mixing in with some showers and flurries to end the weekend on Sunday. Monday, a mix of sun and cloud, with a strong possibility of some of that snow reaching back into Prince Edward Island on Tuesday of next week. And finally, for Nova Scotia, rainy and windy conditions for Friday. Rain redevelops for Saturday afternoon and evening. Mixture of showers and flurries expected on Sunday. Temperatures really falling off the end of the weekend for the start of next week, and then have to keep an eye on next Tuesday for some potentially more active weather.